What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Didn't make a video in a couple of days because I was busy putting the finishing touches on my new training plan, Long Cycle Domination, which is a 12-week repeatable template that's really designed to take your long cycle to the next level. And it's really the culmination of everything I've learned over the years, training for a full year in Russia, competing at the world stage, coaching dozens and dozens of people online, and I'm really proud with how it turned out, and I believe it's really going to be a fantastic program for a lot of you. And here I'm showing you guys a session I did earlier this week. It was a classic interval session, 1 minute on, 1 minute off, and I'm just going to show you the session, talk a little bit about the new program, talk a little bit about some general considerations, some general advice for kettlebell sport training. And here I did double 30s and double 32s alternating. So this is a good strategy if you want to smoothly transition to the heavier weight, or just for variety in general, because that's really, I see a lot of people lacking. They either have too much variety, is like really the spice of training. Like it's like salt or a spice, where if you add a little bit of it, it's going to really improve your results and keep the progress going. Because if you always repeat the same stuff over and over again, it will work, but you can grow stale psychologically and also physiologically, and you can experience those plateaus. Plateaus aren't necessarily bad, but I digress. The thing is, there's going to be less of them if you have some variety in your training, but not too much variety, because if you just train haphazardly and just do random stuff all the time, you're not going to make good progress as well. So you need just the right amount of variety to keep the process fun, to keep your body adapting, and to keep you from mentally burning out, while also being specific enough to actually make good progress towards your goal. And I feel that's something the new program really does a great job at, and it's really something that's going to be actually fun to do. It's going to, don't get me wrong, kettlebell sport, I think they call it type A fun, right? So it's not easy, but it's mentally a lot more stimulating and easier than a lot of the stuff I see out there, where coaches just have you do the same stuff over and over again. So for my program, you need 3 kettlebell sizes. There are multiple schools of thoughts on this, and also both approaches work. So I have my other program, the double belt domination program, which is designed specifically to work with only 2 kettlebells, because I was training that way at the time. For a full year, I only had 2 24-kilogram bells at home, and I trained only with those, and I had fantastic results as well. And if you look at even some of the most high-level lifters, like for example Mafsar Suleimanov, he likes to train only with 32s. He says that's the most specific, and I don't like to touch even 24s or 28s. And this approach does work, but for continued progress, I feel it's best to work with a variety of weights. And for my program, you need 3 bell sizes. You need your goal weight, so when you're going to do 10 minutes with, and you need a pair 1 size and 2 sizes lighter. So if you have, for example, a goal weight of 24, so you're working towards 10 minutes with 24s, 24-kilogram long cycle, you also need double 20s and double 16s. And ideally you would have even the in-between sizes, like the double 22, but for the program itself you don't need it, so you can adapt the workout. So if you don't have 22s, you can do the workouts with 20s, and I have recommendations to how to adapt the workout. Or you can even make your own 22s by just using 2-kilogram plates and duct taping them to the bottom of your 20s, which is an old school approach, and it works, and you can just train that way. So that's really up to you. But the point is, you have different weights, and that's going to allow you to effectively have more variety in your training, and also do some sessions that are geared more towards strength, some sessions are geared more towards like endurance, and some sessions are basically recovery sessions. And that approach, in my opinion, is like, I can't really say like one approach is better than the other. So like if you only have one pair of bells at home for whatever reason, you can make fantastic progress as well. So that's how I got to Candidate Master of Sport in the first place. But if you have multiple bells, make use of it, because it's going to benefit you in different ways. And the way the program is structured is you have 2 key long cycle sessions every week that you need to do. And like a lot of people talk like how many times should I train, and yes, you can train more often, but like especially for people who are busy, who have maybe a family, have a job, have whatever, like are not professional athletes, I think you can make excellent progress with 2 like key loading sessions. And then in the program I have a third session that's sandwiched in between. So if you train, for example, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you have like your key sessions Monday and Friday, and the third session in the middle that you can, if you know what you're doing, you can adjust it. If you really have to, you can skip it and still keep following the program, but it's still advisable to do it. It's like optional, but not really optional. Okay, let's put it that way. And it's designed more to give you some additional volume, to work on your GPP, to introduce, like I said before, variety, and just yeah, give you like additional stimulus without adding a ton of fatigue. And that's very similar to how my training is structured at the moment, because I also have 3 sessions a week, and 2 of those are like real loading sessions, and the other one in the middle is usually a lighter session. And that's really like a fantastic approach, because look at it like this, like I'm a fitness professional, so obviously like training has a very high priority in my life, but some of you are maybe very busy with your job and whatever, right? You have a family, you have kids, and even I'm only using 3 key sessions a week. So you don't really need to train them 5 or 6 days a week. Yes, some of the pros do that, but they get paid to do so. And I think I'm a good testament to the fact that you can get good results even training 3 times a week. And obviously I do other stuff on the other days, I do cardio session, etc. But yeah, I feel you can make fantastic progress with less. And here, just looking at the video, I think that's the last set I did with the 30s, and then there's the sprint with the 32s in the end. Yeah, that's really the thing with kettlebell sport. You can get really fit with not that much overall training. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you that you're going to be an elite competitor if you really only train, for example, 2 times a week and don't do GPP and don't do cardio on the off days, and you only do maybe 30-minute sessions. But in terms of return on investment, the kettlebells are still like excellent. So yeah, that's really the structure of the program. Here is the last set I did with the 32s. I did 9 reps. Okay, I did the sprint. I did 9 reps. And also the general physical preparation is fully lined out. So you get a full spreadsheet with each week and each day mapped out with progressions for your general physical preparation. There's a back squat progression, and you can use barbells for some of the exercises, for example the squats, but you can also use kettlebells. So if you only have kettlebells, you can use the kettlebells. So it's really like basically everything you need. You have a little ebook explaining everything. You have a full spreadsheet with every session mapped out and notes, and also for the relevant exercises. So I'm going to presume you know long cycle, you know your basic long cycle technique, but for like assistance exercises I also have short video instructionals, so you can look at them and see what you need to do. So I really think, yeah, it's a fantastic option, and it's going to take your progress to the next level. Alright guys, going forward we're going to get back to a regular upload schedule, and we're going to do different topics again: kettlebell sport, my workouts, my training log. But not only that, we're going to talk about technique like we started doing. I'm going to just post about hybrid fitness, GPP, assistance exercises. Basically, I want to grow this channel because I feel I have a vision for fitness that's kind of different and lacking on fitness YouTube right now, because there are a lot of great channels, but I feel nobody is really doing or talking about the things I'm doing and talking about in the way I am. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. The link to the program is in the description. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and see you guys next time.